So I think for me, the way that the church best walks with us is like in the missional aspects of what we do. Like they recognize both through the National Benevolent Association and our church, our small one church congregation, we are really good at the missional moments where we go feed people, we pitch in, somebody goes and picks up the bread. The Disciples Women's Conference for the first time was at First Christian, and the women are really good at this. And that's wonderful, and that is what allows us to do the work that we do and reach the amount of people that we reach, and NBA has supported us in those tangible ways. Where I feel, I'm not sure if I'm very good at receiving this either, because I know a congregant the other day asked me how I was. I am tired. I'm tired. And some of that is my own doing. And some of it is just the work. It's exhausting to sit with people that are hurting and are perpetually shamed. And it's exhausting. I mean, the work, it's a lot of hours, so that's the case. But I think that both on an individual level and as a church, as a pastor, it is rare that someone asks me how I am. And I think I don't know how I would answer that. But when I was asked the other day, I was like, ooh, I couldn't answer right away. But when I finally felt myself, which gets so shoved elsewhere because I'm so present to the needs of others, both in my full-time residency as a chaplain, but also in this work that I'm inherently called to and is really life-giving, I think that I feel very forgotten as an individual with needs as well.
David, did you want to answer for yourself, or did you?
Yeah, you all may see I am the piner between us. I pine over this. But I think for me, the strength of the church that we're a part of, that we work out of, is the openness to open arms, the hands-on approach. They're prepared to get involved. One of the areas of growth are where they can add, well, not that particular church, but the church period. I don't know any other way to say this, but to be real, to see people that we normally don't see, to be honest about that, even in our own complacency at times, that's where I see the work still needs to happen. Where we can sit down and have those tough discussions, lean into those spaces that we are uncomfortable with, and be open to pushing against the grain, even if that's against the structures that support us. That's where the real work takes place.
Thank you.
For me, I feel like the church church people are really good at specific things, and specific programs, being able to count on what's going to happen and know all to expect, and for it to be scheduled for 2 hours, and for it to be very particular. They're good at that. Give them a volunteer thing, tell them what to bring, and they're good at that. It's not always beneficial to the people that are doing ministry, but that's what church people are good at. For me, 2 things, I hate to be Debbie Downer, but I have 2 things that the church can do better. One is that I feel like church people need anti-oppression training and cultural competency training. I feel like 9 times out of 10, whoever it is that's coming in to help is not helping. And so we really don't want them to come. But then the other thing that I personally need, as an individual, and not for necessarily if you seek ministry, though I'm sure we'll bleed over, is that I just I long for a church community that is a place where alternative lifestyles could fit without question, and that a place where my neighbor and I could both worship together. I long for that.